Okay, Megan, we are way off Broadway. Right here, we are in the Black Box Theater at the Stone Mill in Little Falls, New York. So more on what goes on here at the Black Box in just a moment, but first, let's take a look at everything else that goes on here at the Stone Mill. When this building was first built, it was a textile factory used for making uniforms for military personnel.
This is the other side of the tracks that you weren't supposed to come to when I was growing up, and now it's the place to be.
Today, this former industrial section of the city is a thriving commercial area. Richard Vogt and David Taylor now own the 4-story building. Inside today, retail stores on the first floor, office space on the second, and 3 floors up, the new inn at Stone Mill.
We decided to go a little modern, a little European, and keep the exterior walls with all the defects.
They also still have the old-fashioned fire doors, and when the new elevator was installed, they found a new use for the old gates.
So we put them aside, and who knew they were going to be queen-size headboards?
But it wasn't always like this. Years of neglect had taken its toll.
What was it like when you first got it?
What was it like? Well, the city had the building in the 90s where they did stabilization, roof replacement, the floors. I mean, when I was little, you could come in a side door of Canal Place and slide to the counter of Cruise's Auto Parts because the floors were just sagging so bad.
Since then, with the help of grants and their own money, they've managed to reinvent a piece of Little Falls history.
I always do what I set out to do, and I don't care what the obstacles are.
We're back here in the Black Box Theater here at Stone Mill, and this is a really neat room. Just about 50 seats available right here, and they do everything from plays to different musicians will come here and play some music. They even do birthday parties here, and drag shows too, so there's something for everybody to check out. Megan?
And we can't make enough product today. It's been one of those things where the demand of the product has just been on a steady incline.
Since 2007, Chobani has been pumping out Greek yogurt around the clock. Its mastermind is Hamdi Ulukiaya, a Turkish immigrant who bought the former Kraft food plant in 2005. The company strives to go local as much as it can.
We're buying milk from the farmers today, and the dairy industry in the U.S. has been on a steady decline over the last decade. We also employ a lot of the community people, which is an agricultural-based community.
The plant boasts an employee roster of more than 800 people. By the end of the year, it will have 14 production lines going. They've added an entire building that includes a huge warehouse for packaging and shipping. And they've created a production line to put sleeves on their own cups, something they had to outsource before now. They have more plans to expand, yet no matter how big they get, they say it always comes back to the local community.
A company is a community is a company, right? And really it is one. And we believe that 100%, and we live it every single day.
Okay, Megan, can you tell from this vantage point where we are? How about now? That's right, take a look. We're at Hamilton College at Root Glen. We're at the head of a huge trail system and garden right here on the campus of Hamilton College in Clinton. And really, it's a spectacular sight. If you've ever taken your friends here or walked through this area, you know how beautiful it is. Tons of people check it out, and we're showing you this morning. At first glance, Hamilton College looks like any other campus. Sidewalks, open spaces, a quad. But what sets it apart is an expansive forest, 160 acres, called Root Glen.
The property was bought by Orrin Root when he first came to Hamilton to teach. He had been a student here in the 1830s, but he came in the 1850s to teach here, obtained the property, and began developing it.
Ernest Williams is a professor of biology at Hamilton College.
So these are the raised beds.
He also sits on the Root Glen Advisory Board. It's that board that now makes decisions about what's planted here.
There may be different things in flower, but it is always a beautiful place to come to. So people do come to enjoy it and see the diverse array of plants that are here.
In fact, there are scores of varieties of flowers, some 65 species of trees, and dozens of shrubs. But it wasn't always like this.
Until the 1850s, this was just a waste area, and in fact, right behind us was the dump for a local tavern that had existed here in the early 1800s.
And just beyond the garden, fenced off, is this massive Norway spruce. It's actually the largest Norway spruce in North America.
When you look at that Norway spruce, it's pretty impressive to see the size of the branches in combination with the height of the tree and especially the circumference of the trunk.
Probably the biggest attraction is the well-maintained trail system.
Some run during the summertime. It's cooler in Root Glen as a place to run when it's too hot outside. So it has multiple uses.
We're back here at the gazebo now at the head of the trail and garden system. And one thing you got to remember anytime you come here is you got to sign the guest book right here. All you do, sign your name, and you can leave your address if you want, and then a comment. Tell everyone what you thought about the Root Glen trail system here at Hamilton College. It really is a spectacular site. If you have a chance, bring the family, bring the dogs, and go for a nice walk. And by the way, it's free, and that's always great too. Megan?